this evening. That's the point.
Minnesota's supposed to do, who are in the middle right now, because if
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good question. And look, I speaking to the people of Minnesota right now, I hear that scream from you, and I'll continue to plead and ask you for peace. And I know the answer is you ask us for peace and we give it, and we get shot in the face on the streets coming out of a donut shop. We cannot give them what they want. I don't know how to say this in so many terms to watch the madness that we've witnessed over this last week coming out of the White House and what it's doing here. My confidence is, and I say it to Minnesotans, as I've said, exercise your First Amendment rights, speak out, bear witness and document legally. But I understand the risk in that. And I understand the courage that it takes to have people out there doing this. Thank God we have video. Because according to DHS, these 7 heroic guys took an onslaught of a battalion against them or something. It's nonsense, people. It is nonsense and it's lies. So my confidence is this, Minnesotans. You know who you are, and you demonstrate it every single day, and we damn sure know who these people are. The American public knows, and this needs to be the event that says enough.
Yes.
Go ahead. No, I'm up front.
Yes. I just got chills in my body.
We know what the renegotiated BCA said, that they were blocked from accessing evidence. Has there been any suggestion that BCA is not allowed to do this investigation? Do you have officers on the ground doing the investigation right now?
The question was related to whether or not the BCA is on the ground currently with the investigation, and a reference to previous investigations that the BCA have attempted to be a part of. What I'll tell you right now is that we no longer have BCA agents or public safety, state patrol, or Minneapolis on the ground at that crime scene. What I will tell you, and not to get further into the investigation, but DHS pulled out of the scene, leaving that to Minnesota State Patrol, Minneapolis. We did not have enough resources to be able to hold that ground safely, and we had to leave that scene because of the number of people that were available and the safety of those in the public and the safety of our teams. We were able to get there, but at that time we were not able to hold that scene to do a crime scene investigation. I can't talk any more about those details. We'll have more on that, but the BCA is engaged and involved, and we are working at the request of the Minneapolis Police Department on this, on the scene and in this investigation. So we are there, we're available. We want to make sure that we continue to work on this and engage with our federal law enforcement, but at this point, we don't have anything more to share about the crime scene. Again, we were not able to hold it. We wanted to make sure and keep people safe, but federal law enforcement left the scene and left us there.
Yeah. Yes, the answer is yes, we have, as we said last week, and we staged those troops. I'll have General Menke talk about where they're at, and again, use this as an opportunity to stress to Minnesotans the frustration you have, and as you saw this, they killed a man, created chaos, pushed down protesters, threw gas indiscriminately, and then left the scene, and then we're left to clean up. I understand the anger, I understand trying to parse who were the law enforcement on the scene when you got there after a man was killed is difficult for folks who are out there, but I can't stress enough our goal, and I'll have General Menke talk about what the role of these Guard troops are in conjunction with incredible work from the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, from mutual aid across, and of course the State Patrol, of trying to get to the point where what we're saying is we can handle this, and Minnesotans can express their First Amendment rights and have our folks on the streets and get these people out of here. And so, John, if you want to talk a little bit, but the answer is yes, there's activated. He can talk to you about numbers.
So the question
Check
is,
'em out,
what's
check
the
'em
National
out.
Guard doing right now? So we have, we have been on state active duty for over a week. So we've had soldiers prepared in the
Yes.
metro area to respond in a much rapid manner than if
Yes.
they were not mobilized. So we have a request from the Hennepin County Sheriff to support them, and that is to help them free up additional resources for other work that they need to do. And we have started coordinating with them this morning on that, and that first area of support will be assisting them with their requirement to provide security to the Whipple building. So we'll be helping them there, and then we are in parallel planning with other organizations within the state of Minnesota, to include the State Patrol,
Yeah.
the Minnesota
You need
DNR,
to do
and other local
something,
agencies to render
something.
assistance if requested.
Something has to be done. Something.
I would say that the
something.
number that we have is adequate for the requests that we have right now, and I will also tell you that we are bringing more resources that will be able to respond in a timely manner that are not fully
So.
mobilized yet, but we are mobilizing more soldiers as we talk at this time. I'd like not to get into specific numbers
Yep,
from operations
yep,
security
right.
standpoint, but
Smart cookie,
right now
smart.
we have all the resources to meet the requests that we have.
Smart cookie.
I would note on this one too, that we'll be billing the federal government for the cost of the National Guard
Oh,
because they are incurring
yeah.
the costs that are falling on us by their reckless actions. Yes, sir.
Okay. It's time to do something, something.
I'm rejecting the rush to judgment within 15 minutes of this, which they did last time. That's why you need to have a fair investigation. And that's why a video can show one thing, but what happened beforehand. But they already will slander this individual. They've already made this the case. And I would just say you will all start to see it, and some of you probably have. There's multiple angles of this. And I'll go back to what we talked about before. They're telling you not to trust your eyes and ears, not to trust the facts that you're seeing in front of them. And at some point in time, your reporting, and I think the reporting this week has been spectacular across Minnesota, that there's not two sides to every story. But in this situation, what I'm saying is we need to have a fair investigation, understanding what's happening, and held accountable. We continue to hear, and we heard it from the vice president, that these folks can do whatever they want. They can have full immunity. And what I'm telling you is they will not. There will be justice to Minnesotans. Continue to gather the information. So I won't say where it is, because I think it's irresponsible to make that judgment. But what I see with my eyes and what you're going to see with your eyes makes that pretty hard to believe. And I would imagine as a federal officer, they would have come out and sounded like these professionals sound and say, we need to gather the information, we need to gather all the facts, we need to put them forward, and then we can make some informed decision based on the fact. They've written the narrative already. And the audacity to critique the police chief of Minneapolis after
Yeah.
what work that those heroic officers are trying to do.
Like, I
and
don't
to be
understand
critiqued by
that.
this guy, I mean, I don't know, I've said it a lot, but America, as you're listening, enough is enough.
Yep, that's
Enough
what
is
I've been
enough of
saying.
this. End this. End this. And we see that movie,
EOE.
The Maine. If you're in Boston,
EOE.
you're in Chicago, you're in Philly, you're in Miami, doesn't matter. We
EIE.
can't live like this. Our children are in trauma. A 5-year-old, you saw the picture the bunny had and the
Yes,
Spider-Man?
yes.
Is there not like some
Sad,
narrative to throw
sad,
around, parade
just
around in
sad,
some coat you had
sad.
made and act like you're a tough guy or whatever? These are people's lives.
Yeah.
And we have rule of law. So
Yeah.
I'll let the investigation play itself out. We will do our best to find it. But I don't know, you kill a man and then you just leave? Your law enforcement just leave? Is there a single case in American history?
Right, that they
where you
just leave.
walk away and say, I
Right.
guess that just happened and we're not going to clean up our mess.
No,
I'm
no. Don't happen
proud
like
of
that.
Minnesotans. I'm proud of
Don't
law
happen
enforcement
like
here and
that.
our partners, and we'll get to the bottom of it. I think we have time for another one. So, yes, ma'am.